The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
The bench, coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. It's a beautiful sunshiny day, a little chilly, but it's March and it's March Madness, and that warms you up a little bit. Good morning, Andrew Leeds.
Good morning, Billy. How are we feeling this
All right,
morning?
man. You're doing all right. You were here bright and early. Now the other guy on the other side, he's burning the candle at both ends. Good morning, Danny.
He had a
Ryan.
long night.
Good morning, guys. How are we today?
All right, how are you today? You have to work at another radio station in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And what time did you get home last night?
I got home around 3 a.m. and I planned to pull an all-nighter because I wanted to go to the gym at 6. You know, I had these big aspirations, go to the gym at 6, come back around 7, have some coffee, get my thoughts together, and then come to the station. Yeah, that didn't happen. 5:30.
Well, we were worried about I had Andrew in the bullpen, and he got us up on the StreamYard. Of course, we broadcast live on my YouTube channel. You can go to my website, thelockerroombillyschwein.com. Scroll down, and you can watch us there on YouTube as we do each and every Saturday and Sunday. And Andrew got us up and running, so I was a little worried, but you got here on time, so we're all
He
set.
came in right at the buzzer, just like a classic March Madness game. Right at the buzzer.
And
You know, it's March. I gotta act as the month displays, I
right.
guess.
And
for
you know
lack of a
what?
better way.
Speaking of March Madness, man, how about some of the games? Yesterday we had Gary
Oh,
Williams
man.
on the program talking about having a great guest. He's a Hall of Fame coach in both Naismith College Basketball Hall of Fame. He's in the Collingswood High School Hall of Fame, and he won a national championship in 2002 with the Maryland Terrapins. We're talking about some of the great upsets with Oakland winning their first round of the game, but then they lose last
Oh,
night.
I wish they were still in it.
I do
Yeah.
too.
It was a heck of a game too. They put up a good fight.
Where did that kid come from, by the way?
He didn't come from anywhere. Was passed over by 6. He never got one. He didn't get one offer from a Division I school.
He's either going to be an accountant in a year, or he's going to be playing for the Miami Heat as a great sharpshooter for the next Max Strus or Tyler Hero. I mean, Hero is obviously a much bigger prospect, but the Heat love signing those undrafted guys to these contracts, turning them into great shooters. I saw that guy takes
You're talking about,
1,000
and his name is Jack Golke.
Yeah, Jack
He
Golke.
hit- Well, because he
He
hit
went-
10.
He takes 1,000 threes a day, Billy.
He
1,000 a day.
hit 10 of them their first round.
And 6
think-
in last night's
Yeah,
game.
6. I mean, yeah, he looked incredible. I mean, every March, it seems like there's that one kid who just nobody's heard of on a lower seed school who just goes off and becomes the story of the tournament.
That's who you got to get, Billy. Hit up Jack Golke's camp.
Give me some time. I'll
Yeah.
get him. I'll get him.
You'll work your
I'll
magic.
work them out. And then, of course, the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow will be their last spring training game, and they'll head north. And opening day, we're going to be giving away today. We started yesterday. We're going to be giving away a pair of tickets
Ooh.
to the Phillies opening day game. People were texting yesterday. We're going to continue this. So what is the low? By the way, let me ask you two guys this question. When you say who's the lower seed, what do you mean by that? Does that mean, like, you know how you can have in each group, west, north, each area, they have 1 through 16, right?
Mhm.
Four times.
Yep.
What's the lower seed, the 1 or the 16?
I always
we're having a big dispute over this.
I always have considered 16 as the low.
The lower seed.
What do you mean?
Like
What if
physically
one's
is
playing
one-
16? Who's the lower seed?
16.
Exactly. Yesterday, Carlin and even Gary Williams tried to tell us that the lower seed is 1.
I get
Do
because
they
it's a
understand-
lower number, but
Yeah.
that's not how I feel like
Right.
it works.
No, they're the 16th ranked team, and they're selective, however
Right.
you want to say the
So
conference.
that's what's predicated this whole thing. What's the question yesterday was, and we're going to continue it. What is the lower seed that'll still be dancing? What will be the lowest seed still dancing on Monday morning?
You know, I have some faith in Colorado today against Marquette. They upsetted Florida in that 102-100 game. It was a crazy back and forth. No defense played at all, but the Buffaloes, they look pretty good. And I believe it's a 7.5 point spread, so I wouldn't hate them today against Marquette. They're a 10 seed, I believe.
Okay,
See,
you have some big games today.
My issue with this question, though, is does NC State count? Because obviously they were an 11 seed, but they were facing a 14 seed last round. So, like, they just beat 14 seed Oakland.
So anybody that's either lower, I'm going to say lower or higher than 8, from 8 to 16,
Okay.
from 8 to 16, if you got to send a text message to 609-403-0973. Pick a team that will be the lowest seed or the highest seed moving forward. It is confusing.
I am confused right now.
We're saying the lowest seed, as in the
lowest seed, but the
16 to
highest
8.
Then the highest number quantity, essentially.
Right.
So like a 10, a 12, a
Right,
16.
an 8,
Okay.
8 on up.
Let's just say an underdog.
All right, yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it that way.
All right.
609-403-0973 is the text board, and whoever's
Yeah.
right, I'll give the Phillies tickets to them. I'll call them on the phone on Monday morning.
Few good options. I mean, you got JMU against Duke today. That's a 7.5 point spread. Colorado Marquette's actually a 4.5 point spread.
Yale plays today, right?
Yale versus San Diego State University at 8:45 p.m. You also have Northwestern versus UConn, a 9 versus a 1, and then Alabama versus Grand Canyon, a 12 versus a 4.
And what time's that game?
That's at 7:10. The Northwestern UConn game is at 7:45.
So pick one of those teams if you want to advance, or you want to go to the Phillies game. Which team will be dancing on Monday morning? The higher number team,
the Cinderella team, the dog. Yeah, but no, the lower seed. It might be a bigger number. There's still a lower seed.
So it's very confusing, but we'll straighten it out here in the locker room on a Sunday morning.
Billy, you mentioned Phillies. Did you see what happened yesterday with one of their starting pitchers?
No, I did not.
Taiwan Walker.
He's going to the IL?
So he's getting an MRI.
Right.
He was scheduled to throw a bullpen at Baycare Ballpark in Clearwater.
Right.
Then experienced some shoulder stiffness to the point where he said, I'm not going on that mound. I can't throw. I'm hurting right now.
Or maybe that's the reason why his velocity was down.
I mean, majorly down. From 94, 95, where he normally sits, to 88 to 91. I knew something was up. I didn't hope it was anything
Montgomery's
big.
still out there, right?
Jordan Montgomery's
still out there.
Yep. Well, this is where it gets tricky, too, because now you take a look at the rotation. And, the 5 starter's not the most important guy, but let's say Christopher Sanchez doesn't have a year like he did last season. Now you're relying on Spencer Turnbull, who's supposed to be a depth piece, who really can't stay healthy. If he does stay healthy, he'll give you some solid innings.
Mick Abel coming up, maybe to bring him up.
Maybe, but do you really want to rely on that for a World Series contending team?
No,
that's why. Of course not.
That's why they ought to go get Montgomery.
And then what's Painter's timetable to return?
Oh, he won't be back till at least next season.
Gotcha. So.
And they screwed that all up because he got hurt in March in spring training. They waited till July to get his surgery. Who does that? I mean, I get you want to see if you can rehab it naturally, but to a certain extent, you give up.
By that point, it became obvious that, they were going to have to just get the
come
surgery.
on.
But, right, and then the Philadelphia Flyers. How about the Flyers yesterday?
Are you
kidding me? So here's what I did after the show yesterday. The doopy doo. My daughter we stayed at my brother's house, AG. And we went to lunch at Randazzo's with my nephews, Colin and Cody Schweim, and then my daughter Eliza Grace Schweim. And by the time we got back, we got into the basketball. I completely really just didn't think about it. Hey, let's turn the Flyers on.
Oh, it was a great game.
Right. And I missed it. So I watched a little bit of the replay last night.
Great third period, honestly.
Yeah.
The whole game.
I mean, it was a back and forth scrappy game before. If you're talking scoring, though, I mean, that third period got out of hand quick. I thought the Flyers weren't going to respond.
But they did. And here's the thing. Connecting gets 2 goals. When you have your goal scorer, one of your top goal scorers scoring a big game like that, then you're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
You got to think.
Couturier was back in the lineup.
Tyson Forrester got the game-winning goal for us. I mean, that connecting goal was pretty. It went between both defenders' legs, not only the goalie, but the defender in front of him. And then Forrester with a huge goal. I mean, as soon as the Bruins responded, to, I believe, tied up at 2-2. I'm like, we're never going to beat this team.
No,
We're
'cause
never
they
going to
just
beat
keep
them.
coming. I mean,
Because
you read the
And also-
what's the record against the Bruins?
I forget
It was 3-15 or something.
I
like
think it
that.
was 3-14-3, and
Yeah.
this is the first time we've beaten the Bruins since 2021.
Yes.
So just for
they had a 7-game win streak
That
against
was
us
a
before
huge
yesterday.
win yesterday,
Yeah,
Danny.
huge.
Yeah.
huge.
I figured
like huge, and
you-
they got the Panthers
I mean,
today.
they are the powerhouse of the Eastern Conference right now.
I'm in a
too.
dilemma. What am I going to watch? Like all this basketball on March Madness, and you got the Flyers playing a very meaningful game against the Florida Panthers.
Got a second
Billy,
TV.
you might have to up your technology game. Put one on your laptop, put one on the TV. There you go. That's what I do. I always have one on my phone. I got one on the TV. Yeah, I mean, you got it.
I got to get that clicker. I got to get that clicker going, guys.
It's a remote.
You say
or
that
it's a
with
controller.
your printed out paper bracket in front of
I
you
got
right
my
now.
bracket. By the way, how's your brackets doing? I got 7 teams. I got 17 still playing.
In my one work bracket, not too good. My other bracket with my buddies, I'm okay. Not the worst ever,
I
but
think
like,
I'm in my
Kentucky, they all screwed it up.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
my bracket's actually like doing pretty great
Aren't
right
you
now,
cool?
except the fact that I had Kentucky winning the entire tournament.
Okay.
So it's not going to end that well. But I'm actually having I'm like number one in my group so far. It's going well.
You know what I'd like to see? So the question that we're posing is, what is the lowest ranked team or highest ranked?
The lowest seed.
The lowest seed. Moving on, it'll
The
still
underdog.
be dancing the underdog to I like Yale.
Yale? Well, Monica L. from 32nd Street Beach. I don't know if you know her, Billy, but she said, love your show. My pick is Grand Canyon. Go
Canyon.
Phils.
I
Okay,
could
go
see
Phils.
Grand
So she's in
Canyon.
the running for the tickets. And if Monday morning we wake up and that team is moving on, you got an opportunity to win tickets to the Phillies. I got a pair of tickets, and we'll email them to you. So we're gonna I'll call you on Monday and get your email address.
Paul from Rehoboth Beach also chimes in and says NC State will be the lowest seed remaining.
Okay.
And then Dave from Smithville chimes in and says JMU, let's go Dukes. Also, he likes Yale, so he's joining you with the Yale
Yeah, but he's got to
favoritism a
be
little bit.
specific. He's got to be specific.
I
He's
think
taking-
his pick was
He's
JMU.
taking Dukes. He's
Okay,
taking
he's taking
Dukes.
Dukes. Okay.
Yeah, he's just saying he also likes Yale.
All right, 609-403-0973. That sounds like a lot of fun. We're going to give away a pair of tickets. By the way, next week, we start On the Mound with Tommy Green.
Oh, yeah.
Brought to you by
Yes.
Blitz's Markets in Ocean City, 21st and Asbury Avenue. Now, I went down there the other day because I was in town, and I got that freshly squeezed orange juice. Dave Newman made me a
Yeah,
nice
you're slacking. You need to
breakfast
bring us more
sandwich.
or something.
Oh, well,
next
they-
time.
They got the best breakfast sandwiches in the world down there.
You know what we ought to do? We ought to get to the station at like 8:30, 8 a.m. or something like
And
that. Let's head over to Blitz's,
let's
get
head
some
over to
breakfast
Blitz's,
sandwiches, some liquid sunshine, get our
Yeah.
juices flowing.
12 ounces of liquid sunshine.
Yeah, and then we'll
Sounds
come
great
right
to
here and
me.
have a great show. It'll
All right.
it'll fuel us.
We got it all on the table. Talk a little Phillies, little Flyers, little Sixers, bracketology. We got it all going on today. We're giving away a pair of Phillies tickets to the opening day. So join us. 609-403-0973 is the text board. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Here's my top 10 quarterbacks going into the 2024 season. Patrick Mahomes, number one. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. That's the list. No room for Jalen Hurts at the end. I'm sorry. No room. Context matters, okay? Just because he was in a Super Bowl 2 years ago, just because he was in the MVP conversation, doesn't mean that he's a top 10 quarterback going into next season. I can't unsee. Hold on, let me finish. I can't unsee what I got in 2023, which was a quarterback that turned the ball over 20 times.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN. South Jersey's sports leader.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hey everybody, Tim Chu with ticksforgood.org. How would you like to go to the Final Four? That's right, at ticksforgood.org, we are giving away 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can enter to win 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona, round-trip airfare, and 3 nights accommodations. This prize is brought to us locally by Tri-City Kitchens, South Jersey's leader in custom cabinetry. Visit ticksforgood.org to learn how to win.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
At Target, count on our great deals just in time for Easter. Save $5 when you spend $30 on toys with Target Circle, so you can fill their baskets with fun, like cuddly stuffed animals or 50-piece sidewalk chalk, all from only $5. Add an Easter chocolate faves at BOGO 50% off, from Cadbury to Reese's Mini Eggs and more. And get great family picks with new Easter looks. It's easy with 20% off dresses, polos, and more. Shop in fast for our best Easter deals, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Drive like a champion when you lease with the winning team at BMW of Atlantic City. We're dishing out the ultimate assist of game-changing lease offers on our all-pro lineup of ultimate driving machines, like a new 2024 X3 xDrive 30i. Lease for $649 a month. 36 months, 0 security deposit at BMW of Atlantic City. Closer than you think. Located in Egg Harbor Township. Online at bmwatlanticcity.com. For more details, call 609-316-2393.
You're listening to The Locker Room on 97.3, the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement producer, Danny Ryan, the intern, Andrew Leeds. Now, I just want to remind people, Tickets for Good, ticksforgood.org, they're giving away that prize package. You go to their website, you donate to a favorite charity of yours. It can be 25, 50, 100. You get so many chances. They're going to be picking the winner. The donations close tonight. So you want to make sure at midnight. You want to make sure you get your donations in to be eligible to win 2 tickets to the Final Four, which includes airfare and everything else.
That's
hotel accommodations, ticksforgood.org. It's up on my website. Just click the what do you call it? The banner, I guess. You put it up there, Andrew Leeds. What do you call it?
Yeah, on the top. Yeah, just click. It'll say click here to learn more.
Banner sounds good.
The
banner. Yeah, I guess that's the best.
The Locker Room, Billy Schweim is just the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. So the pest control stuff. Now you got Ticks for Good, and the Phillies tickets. You can't beat it.
Can't beat it. By the way, was last week we were at Realty Remediation, and so many great prizes. Steve Weinstein gave away. He's working on now contacting people. Everybody that showed up, filled out a card, won. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of money dedicated to all those like services that he's offering for free.
And now you got ticksforgood.org. He says they're closing donations tonight. They'll be notifying the winner tomorrow morning. Could you imagine if I win? It would be
Send me
great.
that link. I'll enter.
I'll take you, Danny. How about
Oh,
that?
all
Take
right,
you.
all
You
right.
can't go. You work at another radio station.
I could go. I
You
don't
be able to
care.
get off?
Yeah, I can get off. It ain't that strict. As long as you take me over.
You have to fight my daughter for it. 'Cause she, you know what she wants me.
Well, I'm not going to fight your daughter.
Where do you
but-
think? Well,
I think you could take her.
you know what I'm.
Danny.
It's
Oh, you
a
think
figure-
so?
It's
Yeah.
a metaphor. It's a figure of
I
speech.
know. I'm just messing. with
Listen, you know what my daughter wants me to do? She's going on spring break next at the end of next week, and then the first week in April.
Mhm.
You know what she said she wants to do?
you. What?
The Sixers are playing the Heat on Thursday, the 4th of April. She wants me to fly her down because we can fly for
Oh, it's in
spring.
Miami.
She wants to. She's Dad, I want to go to the Heat game. What?
In Miami?
My 8-year-old daughter.
Oh, I mean, Embiid might be back then. Who
No,
knows?
he ain't gonna be back.
Who, I don't know. That's what
You
the
think he's
timeline's
gonna be
saying.
back?
That's what they're saying. One of the first 2 weeks of April. So I don't know. If he comes
Yeah.
back, I think he's going to be at best 80% if we're lucky.
Yeah,
I think they're rushing him back just to say, you know what, we made a run,
Yeah.
we tried, and that's that.
All right, we'll get into our Sixers and Flyers talk a little bit later on. I want to get back to the tournament because
Let's do it.
we talked about some of the big stories, but there's been some great games, and we like the underdogs to win. It makes the tournament that much more fun. But everybody's complaining about their bracket because I've heard everybody, because Kentucky lost, the way they went down, and Auburn loses. They were a higher.
Nobody had Yale.
Nobody had, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, but it keeps you glued to the set because everybody wants that upset.
Yeah, when it comes to games like with Yale and Auburn, I obviously had Auburn moving on in my bracket, but I wanted to see Yale finish them off and complete the upset because it's only Yale's second win in March Madness history. So, there comes to a point where, especially because my bracket was already busted, I'm not gonna have the only perfect bracket of all time. It gets to that point, I'd rather see the upsets. Like last night, I was rooting hard for Oakland, and they couldn't complete the comeback, but they forced an overtime.
Remember 2 years ago, we saw St. Pete's come out of the MAC tournament in Atlantic City,
Mhm.
and they went to the Elite Eight,
Yeah.
and that was a fun
Everyone thought that Jack Golke in Oakland had those type of vibes with him, but
run. Right.
Also, too, a great game last night that if you go look at the box score, the final score, doesn't seem like a great game, but Oregon and Creighton went to double
Yeah.
overtime last
overtime.
night. And that was a great
Well,
game.
they went
It
on
was
that.
intense.
I didn't see it, but I saw the box score.
Mhm.
They went on that 15-point run, and at the
Yeah,
end of
yeah.
the second,
They pulled away at the end. You could tell
Right.
at the end of regulation, Oregon probably wasn't going to win it because they exerted so much effort just to get to overtime. They were gassed by the time they even made it to regular overtime, let alone double overtime.
Yeah.
And then Creighton just pulled away.
Double overtime opened with a 16-0 run for Creighton.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once double overtime run
They,
came up, you knew they just ran out of gas.
They
But it was
waved the white
it was a
flag.
heck of a game, though.
yeah, 100%.
I like watching Jay Wright on the broadcast. He's the
Yes.
studio.
Mhm.
I think his analysis is really good. I like. You can just see why he was such a great coach. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just knowledgeable. He's passionate. He seems like he should still be coaching.
You ever
You
hear
know what
that?
I mean? Because he still looks so young.
You ever hear that story about when he got an interest from the Sixers to take their head coaching job?
Yeah.
I believe it was before or after Brett Brown. I believe before Brett Brown. And he essentially said, listen, I had a ton of interest in the job, but I kept thinking when I was going to go for the interview or if I was going to go take the interview, how would I get back into college basketball coaching? Because if I don't succeed in 3 years here, I'm canned. If I don't
Right.
succeed in 3 years in the
Exactly.
NBA,
He
I'm
knows
canned.
it.
And why would I leave college basketball if I know I'm probably going to get canned in 3 to 4 years? I'll just stay where I am and retire, as the head coach of Villanova. And he did
Going
it.
out on top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
And that's what
And
he did.
he is the type of guy at this point with his legacy and how great of a mind he is, where if he wants to come back to coaching, there'll be a job for him, like wherever, pretty
Right.
much. NBA,
Well, when I spoke
college.
to him at I saw him at the hall, the sports writers dinner.
Yes.
Or
Yep,
the
the
Philadelphia
Phillies
Hall of Fame,
writer.
one of the two, and he told me that he's done.
I wouldn't be
he just-
surprised.
Yeah.
I think NIL's
He
ruined
is-
it for him.
Yeah, he's
Like a lot of
He
coaches.
has no interest. Well, even Gary Williams said it's a different. Obviously it's a lot different now. Look at that kid Jack Golke. He's a perfect example. He's a 26-year-old kid still playing in college. You wouldn't have that if you didn't have the NIL, would you? I mean, you haven't seen that before, really.
I think
Probably.
you would.
I mean, there are certain guys who have had that, stayed around a little longer, but yeah, I mean, 26 is pretty old to still
Is he
be.
20? I thought he was 24.
No, I think he's 26 years old.
Let me
I'm
look
gonna
it up.
look that
Look
up.
it
as
up,
well.
fellas. I mean,
I believe he's born in 2000. Correct me
you're
if I'm
playing-
wrong, though.
because even Jay Wright said Kentucky kids are playing against men. older guys.
How about Calipari just not putting those guys in a good position to succeed? I watched a breakdown last night of his defenders going over screens, under screens,
right?
Doing the wrong things when they were supposed to do, go over the screen. They were under.
How do you know that's the Calipari's not telling him the right thing? And then
I'm sure he probably was.
Because
but at the same time,
that's
all
what
of
Jay Wright. That's what Jay Wright's. That's what his point was, that you're playing against men. You got to be disciplined on the court. That you can't just go out and think you're just because you're a physically better athlete, that you're going to move on.
How old is Golke?
Oh, really? Yeah, Jack Golke. He is 24. He was born December of 99.
Gotcha, Schweiner.
You got me there.
There's my one school today.
Speaking of getting me, how about Nicky Earnshaw yesterday with my musical challenge?
You're saying it's a fraud win, though.
Yeah, well, it's under dispute now. I'm going to act.
So he's not the one claiming it's fraud. he is going to make sure everyone knows that somebody else is.
He picked "Lose Yourself" from Eminem, and I had "Roxanne" from the Police.
Yeah, two good
He
songs.
won 18-17. We had 35 text messages.
So, am I reading this right? The last text message that gave Nick the win came in after the show.
That's what the tech. It was Mr. Met, Jeff Dowling.
Okay, so Mr. Met's coming back to bite you.
No, he's saying that he called in to called,
yesterday
text in to support. He picked my
support you.
Yeah,
yesterday. They decided the tiebreaker. The 18th vote was cast by Mike Carlin's son. They called in.
So that
who's in Cincinnati?
The 18th vote for you by Mr. Met didn't count.
Right. Or no, it counted. He said that Nikki saying that made it 17-17.
Oh,
when Jeff is saying that he didn't text in until he heard me say it was 17-17.
I don't know. It seems like there's some tampering going on here a little bit.
Would you go back to the video so you know how to go back? Throw a red flag.
It's a replay. Yep. Let's do it. Come on, we got that technology.
I mean, I'm surprised at the number of people that went with Eminem.
Yeah, I will say it was a bit of a bold choice going with a rap song.
The Police are they're the legendary band,
and for your audience too. I feel like
and
they would.
Not, by the way, it wasn't about the band; it was about the song.
Yeah, of course.
And while I think that "Lose Yourself" is a pretty good song, I don't think it's as good as stand the test of time as Roxanne.
I don't know. It's tough for me. Trying to think what's more iconic. I mean, "Lose Yourself." It's from the movie 8 Mile, which is one of an iconic film. And so,
of course, Carlin wanted me to go with something from George Thorogood. Of course, Steve Weinstein. He wanted me to go with Bruce Springsteen. Born to Run or something.
Bruce Springsteen could have been a good choice. I could have seen that.
I mean, how many people in New Jersey are going to go against Bruce Springsteen?
Not many.
Yeah.
Not many.
But I never. Guess what, guys? I was never a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Yeah, you're a big Police guy.
Yeah. You know what my 3 bands were? Police, Grateful Dead, and the Beach Boys. Growing up,
Beach Boys are solid.
Yeah, pretty. See, I have a
a Beach Boy
wide
yourself.
range of
those are 3 pretty different artists.
All 3 different artists.
I want to get some text real quick as we are lighting up here on the text board for a chance to win some free Phillies opening day tickets. You just got
tickets.
Yes, he does. You just got to give us your favorite underdog right now that's still in the NCAA tournament.
And I'll still be dancing on Monday morning.
Yes. So we got Mike from Wildwood. He says, I'm going with Yale, 13 seed over San Diego State, which is a 5 seed. Then Mark from Brigantine says, I pick Yale to win over San Diego State. A lot of people like your pick in Yale, Billy.
Yeah.
And then the third text we got is Dan in EHT, and he has a question. Can I get a mulligan for picking Oregon yesterday as the lowest seed remaining? I think we could grant that. Text in your new favorite seed.
We'll give
your new favorite lowest seed remaining in the
Dan
tournament.
from EHT is a loyal listener.
Oh, of course.
By the way, Dan, if you want, I got these 2 shirts for you right here. I got a Kelly Green ESPN locker room T-shirt. They're both smalls, and I got a white one. They're supposed to be his if he wants them. They're still here.
Calling you out, Dan. Figure it out.
Tell me if you give us a thumbs up if you want them or not.
Yeah, let us know if you want the shirts and give us a new pick for your underdog.
609-403-0973 if you want an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to opening day. How about Strider? It's going to be going against the Braves.
I love it.
I'm trying to find some tickets for myself for opening day.
Oh, they're bright.
Put your text message.
I feel like that's some
you're not
collusion.
Loud,
how great of a storyline is that? All of the talk where he says it's really not that loud in Philadelphia.
Right.
I'm excited to pitch there. He ends his season there with Nick Castellanos owning him, and now he starts the 2024 season in Philadelphia with that same crowd that was in his head
and how
constantly.
about Brian Snicker? All the nonsense he's spewing. We talked about this yesterday. I think it's sour grapes. Because
100%.
if you go around the league, I mean, there's people getting killed in some ballparks, like out in Giant Stadium. There was a guy that got killed outside of Giants.
People getting knocked out in the stands at
Right.
the ballpark.
We're talking about the Braves themselves. They were throwing trash on the field,
Right.
throwing glass bottles and cans, like sharp objects.
Oh, but
onto the
no, I'm
field.
not going to let my wife wear
'Cause
any
of the bad
Braves gear.
ball.
She'll be marked. Oh, shut up. You act like it's a war zone coming in here. They're going to heckle your wife every now and
You're
again.
going to get heckled if you come all braved out in all their colors.
And granted, we don't know the exact specifics. So if there was some just low life, absolutely ripping into her for the entirety of the 3-hour game, then fine. His comments are very much deserved towards the city of Philadelphia, but I doubt that was happening.
So if if I'm sitting in the stands and there's a person wearing, let's use the Braves. Could be any sport, any other team. If I'm at Citizens Bank Park and I'm sitting there and a Braves fan is wearing their gear and somebody's really getting like disrespectful and vulgar,
back off, buddy.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, dude, come on, man! It's a fan.
It's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Yeah.
You don't need to be this way. Yeah, heckle her in good taste. Give her a hard time. That's fine. That's allowable. You agree?
Past the first 30 minutes of the game, though, you should drop it. Unless,
No, you can still if it's
like for
if
a
it's
moment, not
no,
constant.
Andrew. If it's appropriate, if you can heckle all night, but you can't be disrespectful and vulgar in front of children. And if I'm in the stands and I see that happening, as a Phillies fan, I'm going to get up and say, "Look, dude, come on, man," or whoever's doing it.
What
knock
I'm
it off.
saying is it can't be all game. Like if the other team scores a run, you can rub it in a little bit, or if at the end of the game they walk it off on the Braves, you can rub it in a little bit and heckle them. But like for the entire 3-hour game, you can't keep saying stuff. Oh, your team sucks, blah blah blah.
But if you're just having a conversation, like not if.
It's a conversation that's different.
Guess what, guys? I've been in games where I remember being in Chicago Stadium, right? And I remember getting into it with the Blackhawks fans. Like they kept it, but it went on for the whole game, but it wasn't like we weren't going to get the fisticuffs or anything. And they didn't offend me. But then again, I didn't have any children with me at the time. I didn't have any kids, any young people with me.
And it's different when it's two people engaging together back and forth. But when it's say it's a Braves fan just sitting there trying to watch the game,
right.
It's like it's almost like harassment at that point. If it's back and forth, it's fun. But
all right,
2 more texts to get to before we head to break. Phil from Cape May Courthouse says favorite upset today is number 12 James Madison over the number 4 seed, the Brotherhood Duke University, and then. Jason in Seaville says, since you're taking mulligans, Colorado lowest seed remaining.
Yeah, we'll take a mulligan. If you checked in yesterday, we'll take a mulligan. Because who's the lowest standing team, well, if it's standing tomorrow, I'll look at it and I'll call whoever has it. I'll pick the winner.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Or call the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. You got to get down to La Scala's. They opened last summer to rave reviews. They're in Brigantine. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian-American and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. 1 free signature pizza per table. That's a great deal. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen to Greeny with Mike Greenberg on 97.3 ESPN.
If you're a Giant fan and you're calling Saquon Barkley a traitor, I don't know what to tell you. Saquon Barkley almost humiliated himself, begging the Giants to meet him halfway, a third of the way, a quarter of the way, and allow him to be a career Giant, to live his entire football life in that one uniform. He was a great leader. He did everything right there. He said all the right things. He was the face of the franchise. up out of loyalty to the team, trying to do the right thing, and maybe hoping it would be, remembered when his contract came around. And then when it wasn't, he said, I'm going to whoever offers me the most money. That's the way this business works. So again, I'm not critical of the Giants for not paying it, but I'm definitely not critical of Saquon for going wherever he chose to go.
Greeny, weekday mornings from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste, that's all my baby place. Rendezvous Pizza, this one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you go. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest.
Hey, it's John Marks. Growing up here, I know that the fans get the last word. The fans have spoken, and real Philly sports fans love the Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. It's the only online casino and sportsbook app that I recommend. 24/7 live casino action. Join me now and download the Bet Parks app, and all your favorite casino games are right at your fingertips. Bet on all your favorite sports. Philly hoops, Philly hockey, college basketball, and more. Odds, bets, slots, and games right in your pocket. Play the hottest online slots or play blackjack, roulette, baccarat, or Texas Hold'em with a live dealer right on your phone. Get winning on the Bet Parks app. It's so simple. New users, join me right now. Just download the app and get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're not a winner in your first 24 hours. Details on the Bet Parks app or at betparks.com. New users only. Casino bonus must be wagered. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Are you doing this to me on purpose there, Danny? Ryan?
No.
We're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, a Locker Room Youth Movement producer, Ryan, Intern Andrew Leeds. Of course, this is Nick's song from yesterday. Lose Yourself, rap, song by Eminem. Beat the police.
Yeah, I'll probably have to end the lyrics at Mom's Spaghetti before things get a little vulgar on the airwaves.
I'm shocked. Talk about heckling.
It's all right, and Nikki Earnshaw has been schooling you every single Saturday with this song competition. It's fine.
No, it was 2-2.
What is it, like 3-1 now?
No, it was yesterday.
It was 2-2. Yes.
See, Danny, get your facts straight.
No, you're tweaking the votes here. You're corrupt. All right. I don't think
2-2, and yesterday was the championship. Now I'm trying to get my paper,
which apparently is under dispute to some people.
to only Billy. To only Billy.
There's an article that I'm trying to look for.
You got your paper.
Ready for this? No, Keith Pompey. I do got my paper. Keith Pompey writes an article in today's Inquirer. Sixers clearly missing Harden at this point.
He did tweet that out, because I was up at 4 a.m. He tweeted out at 4 a.m.
What
he
do you
goes,
think about that?
I don't think so. What would this team with James Harden be doing right now? Playing
Yeah,
worse
I think
defense?
I think they missed the MVP of the league, Joel Embiid. I
Who
don't
they
think
missed?
they
Why would he?
missed.
I mean,
I mean, Maxey is
did
just
Harden
filled
pay him
the-
money for this?
The only thing
don't
I
get
can
it.
understand or kind of see his point of view is the offensive scoring he would have given us. Because Tobias Harris is an absolute clown show right now. He couldn't hit.
Horrible.
He couldn't hit water
Yeah.
if he fell out of a boat. And then Kelly Oubre's hot and cold. Buddy Hield doesn't know how to shoot threes apparently
Let's see,
anymore.
what is it? People come to Philadelphia and they lose what got him here.
I mean, obviously all these players will be elevated if Embiid comes back and is somewhat healthy, but also too, why aren't you performing without Embiid? Like, why is Tobias Harris worse without Joel Embiid?
Yeah, Tobias is the main one
This is
that
a
I
perfect
don't
opportunity
understand.
for Tobias Harris to step up. He's in a contract year.
And that's what he's done before.
I don't get it.
When he was in Detroit,
Maybe
and he
he's-
was the
is
only.
he done? Is he done?
I don't know. I
How
mean,
old's
I'm
Tobias?
sure you could agree with me. I think he's around
31?
30. I think you could
I'll
agree
look
with
it
me. I
up.
don't want him back at all. I
No,
mean,
I
no matter what the price, it could be $10 million and not want him back.
Yeah, he's 31 years old.
Yeah,
I mean,
31.
When he was on Detroit, he was the best player on that team, clearly, and the stats showed it. He played his best ball. When he was in LA, the only other guy on the Clippers essentially was Lou Williams. So he was the
Yeah.
best player on that
But
team,
he has
and he looked like it. But right now, he should be the best player on the court,
And he's not.
second best behind Maxey, and he's not showing it at all.
I mean, yeah, you could argue he's like the 5th or 6th best, which is insane when you consider that he eats probably 20% of our cap space
Let's
right
see.
now.
Who is he playing worse than right now on the Sixers? Playing worse than
Maxey?
Kelly Oubre Jr.? Yes. Playing worse than Maxey? Yes.
Yeah, look at the stat sheet. I mean,
Playing worse than arguably
What was
Paul
it?
Reed right now?
Andrew, look
I'd
up
say so.
what was his line? They lost to the Lakers the other night,
I
right?
got
It was
right
close.
here.
They,
What do
they
you have,
kept
like
the
8,
competition.
what do you have, 8 points or something?
But he was inefficient again. He had 16, but he was like 1 for 5 from 3. It's just
Well, by the time Maxey only had 5 points in the first half.
oh, yeah, he started slow.
He finished
started
with
slow.
27 though, so he turned it around.
Right.
Yeah.
I would argue, yeah, when we're looking at the list, he's playing worse than Kyle Lowry, I would say.
Yeah, Lowry's been a great facilitator, great floor general.
I mean, I know like Mo Bamba hasn't been great, but I mean, he's given us more than what
All right.
for what he's expected. I'm think Mo Bamba's
Yeah.
outplaying his potential than Tobias is playing his potential.
Yeah, and if Buddy Hield wasn't getting 13 minutes right now, I don't know why he's only getting 13 minutes. He'd be playing worse than Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield's in the shooting slump. He's kind of in a weird fit right now with this team, but that's at least 4 players that he's playing worse than right now. I mean, Kelly Oubre, Mo Bamba at times, which is just so sad. Paul Reed most of the time, Kyle Lowry, and Tyrese Maxey. So that's 5. That's bad if you're Tobias Harris.
Yeah, I mean, bad is an understatement.
He's making what, like a $44 million cap hit this year?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the exact what percentage of our cap space he's taking, but just so you know, yeah, he's the second highest paid player on this team with 39 million on the cap.
Oh,
Joel Embiid is the only one who makes more, which is
The only thing
47.
is about the Clippers. I mean, they got 44 wins. I mean, they're in 4th place in the West. That's a tough. Would you say?
no, they're a good team.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been obviously Harden's been playing a lot better with out with the Clippers than he had been with the Sixers.
I think
you
it's
say?
just a team that's better suit for his talents. I mean, they got more shooters, they got more defensive but offensive minded guys.
Yeah, and aside from the fast break, they're also a very ISO dominant team. You know,
Right,
you have to be when you have guys like Kawhi Leonard, Paul
Right.
George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook will be
Like,
coming
I'm
back
surprised.
soon.
You're is there enough ball to go around?
I didn't think there was going to be. And they went on that 6-game losing streak when he first got traded there.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they've been playing great basketball. So I think it kind of works in the sense that, you know, you're going to let the stars do their things. You have arguably 4 stars in that team if you include Russell Westbrook at this point in his career. You're going to let them do their
They're
thing.
all. Would you say they're all like the guard/power forward? I mean, they're not.
Well, yeah,
They're
you have-
almost. It's a smaller lineup.
Yeah, it's a
2
lot of
guards, 2
wings.
forward. Yeah, but they don't really have a great big. That's the thing.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
If it's a Zubac,
So
is
if
their
they're
big
doing
man.
it out on the West Coast with the Clippers, I mean, maybe Keith Pompey has a little bit of a point because I just think that the Sixers, like when you have your star out,
Mhm.
people look around for somebody to take over,
Yeah.
and no one's
Well,
one's really done that.
Yeah,
And
Maxey's he takes over some nights, but then some nights he kinda
Right.
leaves a
He's
little bit to be
interesting
desired.
too because he's not a pure 1. He's not a pure 2. He's kind of a combo guard that can't really do, you know, he can't pass terrifically. He'll score great, but he's not going to do both. He's not going to give you 30 and 15 on a night in, night out basis. Now that's a lot to expect. But a guy like James Harden, I mentioned earlier, I think they're probably missing his offensive productivity a little bit. His passing, definitely they're missing right now. Just because Tyrese Maxey's not as consistent with it at this point in his career, he's not seeing the floor the way you would hope he would. I was going to say he should be, but he's still a young guy, and that's why they brought in Kyle Lowry. But they're definitely missing his passing ability at this point.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We got a pair of Phillies tickets we're giving away for the opening day against the Braves at Citizens Bank Park. 609-403-0973. You got to give us a team, your underdog team that's going to continue to dance Monday morning. 609-403-0973.
Got another text. Dan in EHT follows up with his mulligan pick and says, my pick, James Madison will take the last remaining blue blood down today and will be the lowest remaining seed. He also says, thumbs up on the shirts. Thank you. When can I pick them up? I'm off work Tuesday and Wednesday, if that's okay.
I'm not around on Tuesday. I can leave.
We'll get to it after.
I'll leave him at the front. I'll leave him at the counter for him. He's coming to 950 Tilton Road at the studio.
Yeah.
And I'll put his name on. I'll put him in a bag.
There you
Come get him. They're two smalls. One's white, one's green. 609-403-0973 is the text board.
Got 9 entries so far.
It's great.
It's crowding up. So if you want to get a chance to win some free Phillies tickets on opening day against the Atlanta Braves, which, by the way, are going for over $100 right now before fees.
That's right.
Get in. Send us who you think is going to be the lowest remaining seed after today, and you'll be entered for a chance to win.
609-403-0973. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they open at upscale locations that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. I got to tell you, I've been down there to these meetings, and it's really good if you want to network. There's a lot of great business people to get your product or what you do out and mix and mingle with business people from around the area. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, and intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Hi, this is Brian Propp, Flyer Hall of Famer. My wife Eileen and I opened a new health business in Marlton, New Jersey called Prime IV Hydration and Wellness.
Prime IV offers a range of IV hydration therapies designed to enhance your well-being, appearance, and performance. Look better, feel better, and perform better. Did you know that when you take oral vitamins, you only get 20 to 30% of the nutrients? IV therapy provides 100% absorption immediately into your bloodstream. Call us today at 856-545-1122 to get a free consult from our registered nurses. Again, 856-545-1122 to book your appointment or follow us on Facebook.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, and again your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Want more speed? Then you're in luck.
because Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. Plus, with super fast internet and a reliable connection, you can do more of what you love whenever you want. More gaming, more downloading, more video chatting, and more cozy nights on the couch streaming your favorite movies and TV shows. If life with double the speed is sounding pretty awesome, that's because it is. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. That's double the speed for half the price. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed.
Go for the pulse and the pools. Go for the hot streak and the hot tubs. Go for a relaxing massage and for wild nights with your entourage. Go to play all day and to dance all night. Go for the rooms with the ocean views that go on forever. Go for paradise with a pair of dice. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Party responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live. Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, Andrew Leeds.
Is this more like it?
Yeah, this is good. This is great stuff. The police, man.
I'll get the Beach Boys next for you.
Yeah. We'll wait till the summer when we do the Beach Patrol report. I was wrong. The Phillies do have one more game on Tuesday. They play Monday and they'll come back Tuesday after the game. What you gonna? Today's a busy day in sports.
Yeah, sports are back.
You got the Sixers at 3. First of all, we got college basketball, the tournament on all day. Some great games. Then you get the Sixers at 3:30. And then you have the Flyers at 6.
Yep.
Let me ask Andrew Leeds, what do you watch? Are you watching any Sixers today?
No, I'm not. I mean, unfortunately, I'm going to be at my job after this anyway, so I'm
But
going
if
to be
you were
working.
home-
But I'm going to. Well, either way, I'm going to
Would you even
have.
keep your
I'm going
eye-
to be
would you even-
following March Madness at my job. But
Because they have two
the
great games
Sixers-
on at a time.
The Sixers are not getting my attention today, especially the Flyers. I'd like to watch some of. It depends on.
Oh, I'm watching the Flyers.
I mean, if March Madness is that intense, maybe.
So
I
here's
will
what I'm
get to
here's
it.
what I'm going to do, Andrew. If the Flyers, if it's not a competitive game, then I'll go right to the tournament. I have no intention to watch any Sixers.
Yeah, I mean,
Heck, I might even hit the Phillies.
right before the Sixers.
They're on at 105.
I
today.
might listen to the Sixers on my phone right here on 97.3 ESPN. Actually, I think it might be on Rock 104.1 because the tournament's going to dominate ESPN.
right.
But I might listen on my phone. But you got Utah State versus Purdue at 2:40 tipping off, and 8 versus 1. And I hate Purdue. I think Zach Edey.
Oh, I like Edey, man.
Oh, you like Edey? I think he's the biggest fraud. I mean, he's not even going to translate it all to the NBA. All he does is back down people and throw sky hooks and draw a foul.
That's what Charles Barkley said. He's a great college player.
He
which is
is.
the case that he's never going to make it. As
He's the type of guy where you saw, like, what was the guy on Gonzaga's name last year?
Drew Timmy.
Drew Timmy. You saw Oscar Tshiebwe on Kentucky that one year.
That's a name.
And guess where they went? Nowhere. Tshiebwe played for the Pacers for like 2 games in the NBA, was in the G League the entire season. Edey's just going to be a G League player, and he's so one-dimensional. I can't wait for Utah State to
dropped
possibly
30 the other
expose
night.
him
He
today.
dropped 30 the other night.
Yeah, it's because he's so much taller than
Was
everybody.
he
And if he
7'4"?
maneuvers
Is
his
he
height and weight,
7'4"?
yeah,
Thing is, he's got a big body. He's not who's the guy? Who's the rookie from San Antonio? I can't see-
Wembanyama.
I can't.
Victor.
Victor.
Billy, say it with me. Say it with me. Wembanyama.
Wem.
So
Bond.
No.
Wem.
WEMB.
Wem.
Wemb. And then like Ban. Yama.
Yama.
Wembanyama. There you go.
There you go.
He did you see the other day? There was a viral video going around where he was like, he started taking off like 3/4 away from the
The free throw line.
free throw line, and he just had the ball up here, and the guy, it looked like smaller people trying to
nuts.
swat at the ball.
It's
He
absolutely.
couldn't. They couldn't even get anywhere near. He was just holding the ball up real high.
Zach Edey is 7'4", by the way.
7'4".
Well, that's why he gets
He's-
30 a
he's-
game.
He's got a big body too.
No, nobody in college is 7'4".
Wemby is also 7'4".
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, but he's a stick figure.
Yeah,
both
but he
weighs
also
about-
has the athleticism.
Weighs about
and,
one, but he
the
does have
shooting that Edie
Yeah,
doesn't.
Wemby's a stick figure, but he plays like a point guard. He can
Right.
shoot better. He can
That's
play
true.
better defense. Edie, he's just taller and stronger than everybody else right now. Nobody's matching.
Well, I
up
got
against
I
him.
got Purdue going. I got Purdue going to.
No, I hope that breaks today.
I got Purdue playing in the national championship.
Well, speaking of Utah State, an anonymous texter. So if you're listening to this out here, anonymous texter, please text in with your name so we can actually give you a chance at winning these Phillies tickets. The anonymous texter says Utah State, first 1 seed to go down, is going to be Purdue.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see. Purdue, it seems like every year they kind of choke when it comes to March Madness. That's why I think I have them making the Elite Eight, but then falling short to I forget who. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Zach Edey, obviously, yeah, he's like a perfect college player, but he's not going to find much success, I think, in the NBA.
And I hope he does. I hope he proves me wrong
yeah.
and can, improve his game and add some more dimensions to it.
He's a senior, right? I mean, he's been there at Purdue all 4
Believe
years.
so, yeah. I mean,
Check that out.
and that's why he stayed at Purdue, because he knows he's not really going to make much, especially now with the NIL deals in college. He knows he's not going to make more in the NBA if he even makes the NBA.
He is only
so,
21, so
yeah.
Somebody will take him.
He might,
Don't you think
yeah,
somebody will
maybe
take
a
him?
second
Maybe
round.
for his height.
undrafted.
I mean, did Taco Fall get drafted?
I think he did in the second round. if
Yeah,
I'm
like a
not
late second
wrong.
round pick. So I could see him being a late second round flyer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see. I mean, yeah.
Taco Fall was 7'6". I saw him in person one time.
7'6".
I saw him in person one time when he was in the G League for the Cleveland Cavaliers
right.
on the Cleveland Charge, and I was an intern for the Sixers G League team, the Bluecoats. So, I mean, obviously so ginormous, but it was like one of those guys where he had all this height, all this just crazy physicals and honestly God-given talent, but he was slow as molasses. He could barely move.
Here's my Elite Eight: UConn, Illinois, North Carolina, Arizona, Tennessee, Purdue, Kentucky, which is gone, and Duke.
Not
It's
bad.
probably pretty similar to mine, honestly. Like I said, I had Kentucky winning the whole thing. So
Everybody.
I'm not
Did
in a
you
great,
really? Sorry.
I'm not in a great spot.
Everybody did though.
My Elite Eight looks like Houston, Kentucky, which is obviously shot right now. Gonzaga and Creighton I have making the
Okay.
Elite Eight. North Carolina and Baylor. I have Baylor upsetting Arizona. And then I have actually Iowa State and San Diego State. I have San Diego State upsetting UConn, which the more I think about it, it's probably not going to happen. But, I like to take some up.
So that's hour one of the books. That went fast. Listen, you know what we're gonna do? So Craig Marubi is down at the. He's down in
Chief.
He's down in Key West. We're gonna call him and see if he answers his phone. How about that?
He's in Key West.
No, he's down there. We're gonna. I told
If
him.
I'm him and I'm in Key West, I'm not answering my
So
phone
you
for
think
Billy
he can answer the
Schwein.
phone?
I think
think-
it's a 50-50 chance.
We'll see.
He told me where he is. I'm just gonna call him.
We'll see what kind of state he's in at 11 o'clock in the morning in Key West to see if he's radio friendly.
Yeah.
He said Tortorella ruined Couturier.
I don't like that move at all. And I hate how he's like declines to explain to himself to the media for the decision.
All right, so we'll talk Flyers hockey when we get back. Obviously, we'll talk a lot of Philadelphia Phillies. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with you guys on that. Stay with us. We're giving away Phillies tickets and more. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, my Locker Room Youth Movement right here, 97.3 ESPN.
You have the choice, whether it's going out to dinner or ordering takeout at a local restaurant. Those choices help put money back into your community. And Town Square Media South Jersey puts a spotlight on local restaurants.
Crossroads Bar and Grill, pushing the boundaries on what bar food should be. Vincenzo's Restaurante, soon to be your favorite spot for a delectable lunch or dinner in Galloway. VincenzoSmithville.com. And Chico & Sons in Northfield, voted #1 sub shop in South Jersey year after year. ChicoandSons.com.
Thank you for supporting these great local restaurants from Town Square Media South Jersey.
TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has been proudly serving South Jersey for over 20 years. Owner Matt Calloway was born and raised in Cape May County and has over 25 years of experience in the heating and cooling industry, as well as fireplaces, plumbing, and bathroom renovations. You can always count on a licensed and insured local contractor like TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling to be there promptly and to fix your problem right the first time. If your home needs a little TLC, get TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. Online at tlcphc.com.
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
One night, one stage. Woo! Country music's hottest supergroup, the Frontmen, featuring Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star.
Baby, I'm laid back.
Larry Stewart, lead singer of Restless Heart. Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas. Friday, March 29th, the Excite Center at Parks Casino. The voices that brought you 3 decades of #1 country hits live. On sale now at parkscasino.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
To thank you for 40 unforgettable years, Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Hi, this is Brighton Richards from Apex East Roofing. You know, the blonde-haired girl in the pink truck. We are the first and only certified fortified roofer in New Jersey able to install hurricane, wind, and hail-secured roofs. The spring is the perfect time of year to get these roofs installed so that you're prepared for the upcoming hurricane season. Certified fortified roofs can also lower your insurance premiums. For more info, visit apexeastroofing.com.
Get a price on your roof in 30 seconds at apexeastroofing.com.
Attention lovebirds, are you ready to take the next step in your journey together? Don't miss out on Sage Jewelers' exclusive engagement ring sale.
Sage has the perfect ring to symbolize your everlasting love with up to 50% off on their exquisite collection of engagement rings.
Hurry, this sale won't last forever. Visit Sage Jewelers today, Tilton Road, Northfield, or online at sagejewelers.com.
Sage Jewelers, the ultimate expression of love.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, son of a gun!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room. Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
The bench, coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds on a sunny Sunday morning. March Madness in full swing. The Phillies playing today. We got the Sixers at 3:30. March Madness, of course, all day long.
Flyers
and then the
at 6.
Flyers at 6 against the Florida Panthers. And I want to talk a little Flyers hockey because Danny, I know you were a little miffed at Tortorella for making that move of benching Couturier, but guess what? I told Chief, and Chiefs, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna Chiefs down in Key West. We're gonna just randomly live call him, and see what happens. What do you think? You think he answers?
I'm gonna go. Yeah,
I don't think he will.
I'm gonna go. Yes.
He told me he's down there. He was peppering me this morning, and I
think it's legit.
I don't think he's gonna answer personally.
Okay. I think that's 50-50.
Just have that dump button. You don't even know where the dump button is.
No, I don't know where the dump button is. We're working here for a year. I don't know where the dump button is.
This could be dangerous.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
All right, so let's get to Tortorella. No matter what you think about it, at the end, they got 3 out of a possible 4 points without him against the Leafs and
I don't so much hate
Bruins,
the move of scratching him, but explain yourself. The media deserves an explanation. And by the way, this whole thing with Anthony Sanfilippo, I talked to Josh about it earlier in the week. I'm so tired of this act. He said the thing about Kevin Hayes over 2 months ago.
And he won't answer
a damn question.
Right.
I'm actually happy that Anthony Sanfilippo is standing up for himself now because, like, for example, the game after they beat the press conference after they beat the Maple Leafs.
Right.
The first game they scratched Couturier, or he scratched Couturier. He was the first question. Obviously going to ask about Couturier. He goes, I'm not answering your question. He goes, all right, it's all right. Somebody else will ask it and you'll answer it. Like, he's got to stand up for himself now.
Right. He should start giving
It's ridiculous. But no, I think if you're going to bench a guy like that 34 days into his term as captain, the media deserves an explanation. Don't say, oh, I don't want to talk about Sean. Let's talk about the game.
But there are people that have told me that people, you know what I'm talking about, so that he was told that not to make him captain.
Yeah, you think it was from the higher-ups?
Tortorella said he doesn't want to make anybody captain.
I think it was possibly from Jonesy and Danny Briere.
Probably.
I could see that. But at the same time, explain why you're benching a guy. Don't just be like, oh, you're ridiculous for asking that question. It's the elephant in the room, dude.
Even if you're going to give like a fake like corporate answer, like at least give us something.
By the way, remember what he did to Bobby Brink? He excoriated him on it. Brink's turned it around. He's playing really well now.
Yeah, and that's why I don't hate the move of scratching a guy like that, because he's sending a message to the locker room and he's saying nobody's safe. Play with your 100% intensity, play with Flyers hockey intensity, and you won't get benched. You won't get healthy scratch.
So what he did worked. I mean, they got a possible 3 points out of a possible 4 against two of the best teams in the league.
That's why I don't hate the move, because this team needed some motivation. They kept winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. They never got into a groove, and now they're finally getting into a groove. I hope it lasts. Tough battle today against the Panthers, one of the best teams in the league. But
Travis Konecny with 30 goals.
2 yesterday.
30 goals and 31 assists.
Yeah.
By the way, he's a plus 15. See, when I look at the plus minus on teams, and you see more pluses than minuses, that's a good stat. I like that stat.
For hockey, it is pretty.
Yeah. Basketball. Yeah. Well, basketball, it's okay. It's a stat, not as reliable as the plus minus on a hockey team. Right?
How'd you feel about him scratching Couturier?
I didn't like it.
Now, do you like it?
I wouldn't say I like it, but it worked.
How do you feel about how he handled the media?
I don't
ask me about it. How are you going to make a move like that? That's that substantial. It was national news. It was like John Tortorella is benching his captain. What are you doing? And then the media asks you about it, and you're like appalled they're asking you about it. Give me a break, dude. Get off your high horse.
You're down on Tortorella.
I love his coaching ability, but the way he treats the media is just Bush League. Absolute Bush League.
Also, I hate to interrupt really quick, but we have two actually moves from the Phillies. Not Montgomery, but we do have that they extended Matt Strom to the 2026 season. Well, he has an option in 2026.
Okay.
Extended another year. They also traded Jake Cave to the Rockies.
What?
Did they really?
See you later, Jake.
That's from Matt Gelb. So in case if it ends up not being true, but Matt Gelb said the Phillies traded Jake Cave
he's a
to the
reliable
Rockies.
source.
We don't know what for yet, it appears, but yeah, so two sudden moves from the Phillies.
I bet you that's for a low-end starter.
Let's call Chief.
I bet you that's trades for a low-end starter, though, Billy, because they need it after the Taiwan news.
Absolutely.
All right, let's
call
give Chief a
Chief.
call.
So what do you think, Andrew? You think he's going to answer the phone? I say no.
I'm going to lean towards no right now, but I think it's worth a shot.
All right, let's get Chief on the phone. He's down at Key West.
He's trying to enjoy his time in the sun.
He's gonna let us have it. But it's cool because
hopefully
PG. You know what I value talking hockey with him and picking his brain about certain situations. The Tortorella thing, he's telling me Couturier. He thinks Couturier's done. That's this move is ruined. Could ruin Couturier. And how do you as a you're the captain, as if you get benched, how do you act? Like, how does that?
Yeah,
can you be a leader?
It's definitely got to be tough. I mean, I understand it from both sides. I get why you might want to bench him. Just, he's not playing strong. But obviously, I mean, I don't know. I think that could give you a chance to be even more of a leader. You take that benching on the chin and you try to use that to motivate you. But I mean, some leaders,
no, he didn't answer.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Well, I called him 11:03.
We are a little late.
It's all right.
But I didn't think he was going to answer anyway.
We'll see. Maybe he calls back. He's got the number now.
I'll tell him. I'm going to tell him to answer your phone. Here you go.
Yeah.
Answer your phone.
And yeah, I mean, obviously, Berube does know. I would say he has the edge of hockey knowledge over.
I'm going to put answer your phone when I call. Watch this.
Extending Strom through 2025 is interesting, though. They saw enough last year to extend him as a. reliable reliever for
Yeah,
us.
I'm cool with it. I mean, he came up big in some of those playoff games. He came in and relieved a few times.
Well, also, too, think about it. He started in the rotation last season because of our lack of depth, and Taijuan Walker, he was taking a little bit of time to get up to speed after the World Baseball Classic, and they really didn't have the emergence of Christopher Sanchez then. So he started some pretty pivotal games for us. Now, I say started. He pitched like 3 or 4 innings, if that. But still, I mean, that's probably why they extended him in case they get into a bind like that again. They probably will have to use him for, I don't know, I guess the first month of the season, depending on how long Taijuan's out. That is, unless they traded for Jake Cave for a starter. We'll see. But so that means that Pache and Rojas probably both going to be on the roster.
Yeah.
Because Jake Cave was the odd man out.
609-403-0973 is the text board. I just text Chief. Answer your phone when I call.
I can already see the response to that. Right? I can't say it on the air.
He must be swimming. He's not even getting back.
That's what I say. It's a Key West. Let the man enjoy himself.
No way.
He did say he would answer earlier.
Say he would answer. So I figured I will call him. But get back to the Flyers thing. I mean, that was a pretty bold move because that could have gone either way. You could have, especially if they lost. If they lost those 2 games or didn't get any, maybe only got 1 out of a possible 4 points, that would have backfired on him, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. At least in the eyes of the media. I mean, I don't know
Tortorella
what the
was
state of
taking
that
a big
locker
risk
room
doing
is.
that, I thought.
He was. And I think you take a big risk doing that. Like I said, I'm going to beat this till the cows come home, but you need to be able to answer as to why you did it to the media and not act like it's the worst question of all time when it's clearly all that the national media can think about. I mean, because John Tortorella is obviously a big personality, great head coach in the NHL, but a different style of coaching. And so they want to know why you're benching your captain 34 days in. I feel like the media deserves an answer. And that's the only problem I have.
Maybe they want to air any dirty laundry between.
Yeah, but you don't have
management.
to. You don't have to. Like Andrew said, even if it was a crafted PR response, at that point, it's a quote for the media to take instead of, I'm not talking about Sean. I'm a big tough guy. Like, shut up, dude. Shut up.
He's down with Tortorella.
I am. I mean, like, it's pathetic.
That was honestly a pretty good impression. I sounded just like him.
I don't think so.
If they beat the Panthers tonight at 6:00,
oh,
I mean, come on, man.
How could
I love the way he's coaching the team, but
legitimate team. They're fun. And we had Keith Jones on last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can check out that interview right now on the YouTube page.
There you go.
It's a great interview.
Yeah,
I mean, he said that this team is fun to. They're fun to watch. They're playing Flyer style hockey. They're mixing it up at the right times. Look, that third period. I watched some of the replay. That third period, that could have gone the other way real quick,
especially against
the Bruins.
Yeah, every single time the Bruins scored in that period, I thought, Flyers are dead. They're not going to respond here. It's just the Bruins are the better team. They've won the past 7. They're about to make it to past 8. And then all of a sudden, Tyson Forster out of nowhere and then connecting it, like I said before, between both legs. Like that was just, let me take a shot here and see if it goes in. And it happened to go under both their legs.
You just got to get the puck on net and anything can happen.
Yeah, just put it in play.
Put it in play.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw the Bruins tie the games both times, when it was 1-1 and then 2-2, I was thinking, all right, just get to overtime, get a point, get out of here.
I can't
not going to win.
I can't stand Pasternak. I can't stand Marchand.
Mm-hmm.
I just the Bruins. I just can't talk about a villain team. Like I can't stand the Cowboys. Right? We all don't like the Cowboys. I can't stand the Bruins.
Do you hate the Bruins right now, present day? Not taking the history out of it.
The history brings to everything. I don't
hate
like
the Bruins right now more than you hate the Penguins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I always have.
You always have.
But I've
friends
got
in Pittsburgh
because I have people like I used to
you're
go to Pittsburgh. No, when Todd played for Pittsburgh, I was up there all the time. I got a I mean, they're not my second favorite team by any stretch of the imagination. They're not.
Yeah, cover.
I don't like them. Listen, I don't like any of my opponents. All right, including Nick Earnshaw, who beat me yesterday.
Well, that's clear. You don't like him. We need Nicky Sticks
I don't
to
like
chime
it.
in here.
But I have a disdain for the Bruins.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, as somebody who just grew up in the Crosby era, I don't know if the Bruins hate has reached the peak of Penguins hate for me, just because, I mean, growing up as somebody, I hated Sidney Crosby. I mean, I respected him as a player, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like a Tom Brady. It was like as if Tom Brady was in the NFC East. If like Tom Brady was the Cowboys quarterback.
See, I never hated Tom Brady.
I never hated Tom Brady.
I always actually admired, I hated Tom Brady when we played him.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I never.
But I hate Tom Brady in general.
I never hated Tom Brady.
No.
I got to a point where I didn't want to see him win anymore, but I guess it was never like a full-on hatred.
Yeah, I disliked him because he just kept winning. We kept seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but that hatred or not
turned
even
into
hatred,
respect.
Exactly. That dislike I had for him turned into immediate respect after the Falcons Super Bowl comeback.
Yes.
When he came back
Yeah.
28-3, I literally sat there in front of my TV and I go, I knew this Tom Brady guy was good.
Look,
What did I just watch?
How can anybody not like Tom Brady? He was a 6th-round draft choice.
Yeah.
He had
He earned everything. He always proved the doubters
Cinderella
wrong.
story
Yeah.
out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
But that game right there was like, I know this guy's good, but
Yeah.
he's kind of the enemy because he keeps making these Super Bowls and they're just so
Right.
dominant, their dynasty. But after that game ended, I just looked at my screen and I go, there will never be another guy like him.
So who's your
Another
baseball?
QB
Who's,
like
who's
him.
your baseball team? The Mets or the Braves?
I think it's the Braves right now. I mean,
For
historically,
Andrew and I, it's probably the Braves. For you, it might still be
It's
the
the-
Mets,
it's the
because the
Mets.
last time they really were competing with the Mets was 07.
Right.
And we were
Okay.
5, 6.
that's when I started watching baseball.
Exactly. So I still hate the Mets. Don't get me wrong.
Braves are a close second for me.
But the Braves have just been so dominant over the past decade in the NL East.
I'm
that I have to deal
indifferent
with
about
them.
the Washington Nationals. I mean, even
I
when
used
they
to
were
work-
good,
I used to
they
work
didn't
for
bother
him, so
me.
I got some sway and love.
Oh, so there's your
Say
fault.
that- you see that?
Your connection.
At least it's
Look
not
at you. You're a
Pittsburgh.
fraud.
At least it's not
Fugazi.
Pittsburgh.
Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. When you go down there, say hi to Chet. Say hi to everybody. Say the locker room was talking about you today. They love to hear from us. All right. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Carlin versus Joe with Chris Carlin and Joe Fortenbaugh.
As an Eagle fan, I got shades of the dream team here. Day one free agency. Here comes Philadelphia out of left field. They're re-signing guys for lots of money. They're bringing in Saquon Barkley, which is a bit of a head scratcher. They're bringing in a pass rusher from the Jets that I don't think a lot of people saw coming. Not saying it's going to end the same. I'm just a bit surprised at how aggressive Philadelphia has been in this early stage of free agency.
Weekdays from noon to 2 on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hey, everybody, Tim Chu with ticksforgood.org. How would you like to go to the Final Four? That's right, at ticksforgood.org, we are giving away 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can enter to win 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona, round-trip airfare, and 3 nights accommodations. This prize is brought to us locally by Tri-City Kitchens, South Jersey's leader in custom cabinetry. Visit ticksforgood.org to learn how to win.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
My mom was so tired all the time. And anytime I told her a problem, she always had one solution. She'd be like, you should take a nap. Both my wrists could be cut, and I could be holding a knife. And I could be like, I don't want to be here. And she'd be like, have you slept?
From Saturday Night Live, his Netflix specials, and Peacock's Bupkis, Pete Davidson Prehab Tour. Saturday, July 20th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Pete Davidson Prehab Tour, live.
Hi, Mike Gill here, looking for the car of your dreams? Well, lucky you. You don't have to drive to Turnersville or Maple Shade to find it. Just go see my friend Rocco at Key Acura of Atlantic City. He'll get down. That's it. No additional charges or hidden fees. So go see Rocco at Key Acura, Tilton Road, EHT, the small but friendly dealer with convenient Saturday service hours. Online at KeyAcuraofAtlanticCity.com. See dealer for details.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Andy Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds right here. And, of course, we're trying to call Craig Berube. He's on vacation down in the give him a call again. Try him again.
All right, give me a second.
He's on vacation, Andrew, in Key West.
Trying to enjoy the Florida sun.
Yeah,
It's a little chilly up
maybe
here.
Maybe he's getting. He didn't put enough suntan lotion on. He's getting burned.
He's chilling by the pool.
So he should answer the second thing, because I did text him and he said something I can't repeat on the air, but at least he's
it's Craig Berube.
Yes, the chief. But we'll get his take on what, like, because listen, when Tortorella makes moves like that, it could go either way. It could come out completely wrong, and then who's waiting in the wings maybe to be another head coach, get another job, another opportunity.
You never know. You never know. I mean, obviously Tortorella, we don't know what his situation is.
Danny's calling him, so let's see if he answers the phone. He's not answering? How about that? No? All right.
Caught playing phone
All right,
tag with
okay.
the chief.
He's blowing us off.
Just stop dialing for some reason. No, seriously, like, didn't pick up. Just stop dialing for some reason. It's just a dead phone.
Keep calling again?
I'll call him again.
Call him again. Keep calling him.
It's so weird. It was dialing most of the stuff.
All right. The Flyers, if they win against the Panthers today, they're going to separate themselves from.
Be a huge statement win, no doubt.
I mean, right now you're looking. Right now the Flyers have 81 points, and the Washington Capitals have 77 points, and the Islanders have 75 points. They're the two teams that are on their tail.
Yeah.
I don't think if they win today against the Panthers,
they could
we
really
have 11 games left.
They would have to really fall apart, and one of those teams would have to really.
He sent me to voicemail again.
All right, he's not.
He's in Key West. Leave him alone,
I didn't
Billy.
think he.
Leave him alone. He's on vacation. He's a big TNT guy last week, so he's got to,
He's mad at him. I told him that the makeup artist put too much makeup on him.
He needs a little R&R. Yeah. I sent you a picture. I'm over at my other job, and I look at the TV. Berube's just on my screen. He's got a solo shot on him.
All right, let's talk Phillies baseball. Because
let's talk
you young boys
just had some moves.
But I want to talk about Schwarber in the leadoff.
Schwarber,
ready? Batted 207 last year. He was the Phillies is the worst among players with at least 1,200 plate appearances. He led the majors in the last 2 years with 415 strikeouts. Hold on, I'm not done with you yet.
Whoa.
Danny.
Hold on.
In the last 2 years, he struck out four. I got it right here.
The last 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
415
I'm like
times.
401 seasons.
Nine stolen bases, ranked second to last among leadoff hitters with at least 1,000 plate appearances.
You know what he did have, though, that was the best on the Philadelphia Phillies? On base percentage.
How many home runs did he have?
And home runs. I believe it was 47.
He led the entire National League 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Most home runs in the Phillies, best on base percentage.
So you're
on the
sold.
Philadelphia
you want,
Phillies.
You want him to lead off.
Listen, here's my thing. You bat him lead off. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And if it does break, you got two great options behind him you can slot in there and try. So just go with what has
start
worked.
off the season with him, and if it doesn't work out, make the big change.
Go with what has worked, and if it doesn't work out, then throw Stott up there.
Because
then throw Turner
if
up there. I don't care.
If Tortorella was coaching the Phillies, do you think Schwarber would be leading off?
Maybe like the first game, and if it doesn't work,
like
just pull
Rob
him
Thompson.
immediately.
Rob Thompson can't handle the Phillies veterans like Tortorella's handling his young team.
No, Thompson.
You
I mean,
can't do
Topper is
those
just more of a
things.
veteran. He's like, he's a player's coach in a sense where it's kind of about building a camaraderie with his team and like building a vibe with his team that everybody gets along and is happy. He's not going to go out there and bench. I mean, we talked about Aaron Nola last year. We all were calling for his head, and he trusted him, didn't change anything with him, and then we saw it end up working out well in the playoffs. I mean, it didn't win a championship, but so Topper,
Robbie Thompson's under a lot of pressure with this.
Yeah,
Topper.
You got a team that has the expectations of this team are so high. Look at the Eagles. They were 10-1, and the expectations were how high for the Eagles? I think the Phillies have as just much pressure this year because they felt a little bit short the last 2 years. But we all know what this lineup is capable of doing.
Yeah, the first season was.
And by the way, just to also let you know, starting next week, the return of On the Mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by Blitz's Market, 21st at Asbury Avenue.
I'm excited for that as always. Tommy always provides great insight and gets us ready for the Phillies baseball season.
Yeah.
But I do want to address what you talked about. I mean, the 2022 season was like obviously a Cinderella run. It was just nice to be there.
Right.
It was a surprise they even got as far as they did and made it to the World Series. Now, once you're in the World Series, you want to win it. Unfortunately, they didn't. Last year, you almost expected them to return to the World Series because of the path they were going through. Once you got past the Braves, it's like the Diamondbacks, the 84-win Diamondbacks, we're going to cruise by this team. And we did for the first 4 games, and then all went downhill after that. So now this season, like last season, there were the expectations to at least make the NLCS and make a push for the World Series, depending on who your NLCS opponent was. With how they collapsed last season against a much worse opponent, the expectations are so much higher this year. You can't collapse like that. You can't be as streaky. And now Trey Turner should have a much better season. He still had a good season last year, but he should be much more consistent this year. We'll see what Nick Castellanos brings you. But now it's like, okay, you could almost argue it's World Series or bust this season.
So did the official? I mean, the official lineup hasn't obviously come out. It won't come out till Thursday.
No,
but they pretty much tipped their hand on what it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, Schwarber's been batting leadoff every single
Then it'll be
game.
Turner.
Who do you think's going to start the season in center? Me and Andrew were talking about it during
I
the
think
break.
it'll be Rojas. You think
we'll
Whit?
see.
You think Whit Merrifield?
No, I don't think he'd be in center. So I think if Witt's going to be in the starting lineup,
Brandon
I think it would
Brandon
be.
Marsh is on. He's not ready. He won't be ready.
He's ready. He's
Is he
been playing
ready?
spring games. Yeah,
he's played a couple
He's been
games.
doing good.
All right.
I think
Unless
it
they
would
just
be,
want to.
So then he'll start center.
it would be Brandon Marsh in center and
Right.
Whit Merrifield in left.
Okay.
And then you bring either. I mean, if you keep Rojas on the roster, it'd be him and Pache on the bench. I don't think it benefits him at all to be on the bench though. Rojas, I think you need to
I
get.
like Pache too, though.
I do
like
too.
Pache a lot.
And with that cave trade, they're going to keep him, so that's
Yeah,
good. But
right.
Rojas, if you're just going to bench him and have him as a defensive piece on the bench, speed guy on the bench, send him to the minors. Bring up some no-name outfielder because he's not going to get any reps. He's going to get worse sitting on the bench than he would be in AAA getting at bats.
So I would go. I guess if Schwarber's going to lead off, it'll be Schwarber, Turner,
Harper,
and then
Castellanos,
Bohm.
Bohm or Castellanos. I feel like one of those two.
Who would you go with?
I would go with Castellanos. He's shown
Who
more
would you go
power.
with, Andrew?
I think I would go with Casty, but I mean, again, Casty's so hot and cold where I mean, I could see it being 2 games in and then
I
just
think
immediately.
Castellanos going to have a breakout year. Like similarly, remember he did it half the year last year.
Yeah, he was our only
And-
All
and then
Star
it-
until Krimble got
Right,
added at
and
the
then
end.
he went in the tank. I think he puts a full year together.
I mean, last year technically
because
was a
prior to
full
him
year.
getting to the Phillies, he was like he was
He was never great.
He was consistent.
He was solid. He hit
was
for
solid.
higher
Solid's a
average.
good word to use.
He had that 300 batting average season with 30-plus bombs with the Reds before he came to us. So you kind of expect that. We almost got that last year. I
Doubles
mean, he
machine.
batted like 275 with 30.
Right.
So I do expect him to raise that average a little bit, maybe more towards the 290 area. But I think what you got last season, aside from the average, is what you're really going to come to expect from Nick Castellanos.
You know
the
what
Phillies
you're going to get
uniform.
out of Harper, right?
Yeah, you're going to get
If
probably
Trey-
30 games missed
and
with
if-
a back
You
issue.
think so?
I'm just saying with his aggressive
Because
swing.
he hasn't played a full season.
Well, he's already
been-
expressing back issues and back tightness in spring training because of that swing of his.
Right.
Last time I played a full season was when he won the MVP. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
By the way, yeah, Castellanos last year hit 272 with 29 homers and 106 RBIs.
Aside from the average, I think that's what we are going to come to expect from him.
And
who knows though, because the average could be worse. I mean, what was his average in 2022, Andrew?
Let me check.
It was like
that.
250, 245. He could drop back to that and keep striking out. Like if you go look at his stats throughout his career, he's typically an every
He
other
does
year
strike
type of
out.
guy.
He does strike out a
Well,
lot.
who on this team doesn't?
I know that's the
Aside
thing.
from Bryson Stott.
That's the thing. When you get to the playoffs, man, you
Let me
gotta
ask
put
you
the
this.
ball in play, Danny.
This was a big debate yesterday at my other job. Would you rather win the division and get the first round bye, or keep playing. Play
I
a
personally
three-game
would like to win the
series.
division and get the first round bye.
Do you understand the logic in playing the wild card series, though, with what the teams are expressing with the new format?
Keeps you fresh, right?
Keeps you hot. Only thing it probably is a detriment to is your pitching. But if you're telling me I have to choose between giving my hitters rest or my pitchers rest,
I want your pitchers that rest.
Of course. But
the tough thing is this Phillies team is so reliant on the bats being hot,
right?
Much more than most baseball teams.
Yeah.
Again, it's all about the bats. I mean, the pitching, we know this rotation's pretty.
Well,
solid.
they had to play the wild card game last year, and the bats went silent in the NLCS.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's why
you could attribute that to maybe being worn down. Who knows? But they were hot.
I want to win the division.
They were hot up into Game 5, and then all of a sudden they just fell apart. Because here's what I think happened. I know what happened actually. Arizona adjusted, and they figured out the Philadelphia bats. If you can make them chase outside and sliders, which they were doing every single at bat, it seemed Turn or Castellanos, even Harper at times.
Right.
And then when they weren't doing that to Harper, they were pitching around him.
Right.
They figured out how to adjust and pitch to the Philadelphia Phillies batters, and the Phillies didn't adjust back. They stuck to their same thing, looking for the long ball, not putting the ball in play and just doing small ball, and it came back to bite them. So if that happens again this year, let's say they're a wild card team, they need to find a way to adjust. I mean, that has to happen because the teams are going to figure you out at some point in the postseason. It's a long trip to the World Series if you make it and possibly win it. So I would much rather keep both the pitchers and hitters hot, keep them playing, then give pitchers rest because this lineup's already so streaky, though, Billy.
What do you want?
You take them out of the rhythm. I mean, they could lose.
I want to win the division. I want the bye week. I want to rest.
Yeah, well, the Braves don't.
Well, I don't care about the Braves. You snicker.
Just saying, with what they've experienced.
He's a crybaby.
The fan in me will always want to win the division.
Fans are too
mean
to our girlfriends and wives.
It's been 13 years. Back on track with the Phillies. It's been 13 years since we won the NL East.
We can't go into Philadelphia with our families.
I won't let her wear any Braves gear. Puts a target on her back.
And wear a Braves uniform.
It's like a war zone.
World's smallest
and
violin.
The Philadelphia Phillies organization doesn't care.
I will say, aside from that comment, he's a pretty good guy. I've had a chance to be in his presence during some of his interviews after the games and stuff. He has respect for the ball club and everything, just clearly not our fans.
Well, it's sour grapes. And you know what? I'm glad we beat him in the playoffs.
And we're going to beat him on opening day.
And I want to see him. And we're giving tickets away. So you got about another 15 minutes at 609-403-0973.
Paint the picture for me now, or I'll paint the picture for you.
All right.
Opening day starts at 4:05, right? It's going to be probably like 45 degrees, 50 degrees.
Opening
day is always chilly.
And there's rain in the forecast.
Oh, perfect. Hopefully that clears. So let's just say it's a 45-degree day with wind and rain. Perfect opening day in Philadelphia, the typical opening day. Kyle Schwarber's the leadoff guy, starting the year in a leadoff spot. Spencer Strider, he's pitching on opening day against the Phils. Your Philadelphia Phillies come out to bat in the bottom of the first, and Kyle Schwarber leads it off with a Schwarbomb to start the season against Spencer Strider.
That'd be perfect. But Strider is 8-0 against the Phillies.
And he's a beast
regular season with a 1.92 something ERA.
Yep.
It is 8 games against the Phillies.
I'd rather be in the regular season.
Guys, he's 8-0, 9-0 maybe or something like that.
He worked on a new pitch too this offseason, by the way. But also, so did Zach Wheeler. I believe he's working on a splitter type of pitch. So
here's what I want to see. I would love to see. I would love to see Zach Wheeler and Strider in a nice pitching duel. I don't want to see him blow up. I don't want to see either. What?
You ready for these stats?
Yeah, it's 8-0, right?
8-0 with an ERA of 1.90 and 72 Ks and 8 appearances versus the Phillies in the regular season.
Is that 9 strikeouts a game? Am I doing that math right?
Let me look at the game logs here. I have them in front of me.
Roughly 9 strikeouts.
5, 6, 13, 10, 9, 9, 9, 11. Yeah. So aside from his first 2 starts against us in 2022, he's been pure dominance.
I want to see the Phillies obviously beat Strider, and I want to see the fans be as ruckus. By
Strider.
Strider. By Snicker complaining about the Philadelphia. The fans are bringing it.
Oh, 100%.
They're coming and they're
getting some mustache.
Because
chants.
who was that? Who was the player? Who was the player that was lipping off about the Phillies for the Braves? Remember?
Oh, Orlando Arcia.
Attaboy
Harper.
He's Spencer Strider last year. There's a clip that went viral. He said he didn't want the fans.
I don't think it's that loud.
Yeah. Well, no. Strider said he if he could change anything about the games, he'd get rid of the fans because
Yeah.
the fans are too loud.
Right.
Just talking about baseball in
Right,
general.
Yeah, you're
Baseball in
right.
general.
It was Merrill Kelly who said it
Yeah.
couldn't be anything louder than what he experienced at the World Baseball Classic. My apologies.
Right. But there were also videos, viral clips going around of Arcia get in it with the fans in Philly. Right
Oh,
behind
he was
the
a
dugout.
psycho in the postseason.
Right.
last
You
year.
can't have that.
They were so in his head. You could tell he was just, his blood was boiling.
Yeah.
By the way, before we go to break, I do want to acknowledge the last text we got a little bit ago. Dan and Absekin says number 12 Grand Canyon is going to be his underdog today.
Okay.
Let's go, Phils.
All right, let's go, Phils. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Tell them the Locker Room said you can enter and tell them we said hello. And I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. I got to get back down there soon because I want a good Italian meal. La Scala's opened last summer in Brigantine to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's, open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. One free signature pizza per table. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Hi, this is Brian Propp, Flyer Hall of Famer. My wife Eileen and I opened a new health business in Marlton, New Jersey called Prime IV Hydration and Wellness.
Prime IV offers a range of IV hydration therapies designed to enhance of the nutrients. IV therapy provides 100% absorption immediately into your bloodstream. Call us today at 856-545-1122 to get a free consult from our registered nurses. Again, 856-545-1122 to book your appointment or follow us on Facebook.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the confidence and underdogs covering, the tension before a clutch turnover, and the pride of a parlay paying off. It's another chance to win big with all-day action. Plus, win your first $10 bet and get $125 in sports bonus bets. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
Parks Casino, this is how you win. Action, great dining, and entertainment. Don't miss these world-class headliners coming to the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Femmes of Rock, May 17th, and Almost Queen, June 14th. For tickets and a complete list of upcoming shows, visit parkscasino.com. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has been proudly serving South Jersey for over 20 years. Owner Matt Calloway was born and raised in Cape May County and has over 25 years of experience in the heating and cooling industry, as well as fireplaces, plumbing, and bathroom renovations. You can always count on a licensed and insured local contractor like TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling to be there promptly and to fix your problem right the first time. If your home needs a little TLC, get TLC Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. Online at tlcphc.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcast live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Andrew Leeds, the intern, producer Danny Ryan. We're having a little fun here on a Sunday morning, just hanging around the water cooler, talking sports, and Phillies baseball. They're on it today.
Speaking of which, they announced what the Phillies got in return for
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Got some cash.
Bag of balls.
Yeah. I think they got a starter. All right, well, maybe Jordan Montgomery's still open, baby. Here's something to talk about. Right. There you go. Maybe like, Washington. Yeah, JD Martinez signed a 1-year, $12 million deal with the Mets. Blake Snell signed 2 years, a 1-year deal with the Giants, $32 million first year. Matt Chapman had a $200 million extension on the table with the season. DJ didn't hear that money able to sign for around $50-something million with the Giants for 2 years. Who's the other client I'm forgetting about? Montgomery obviously has not signed yet.
I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you guys. Next week we'll have Tommy Green here.
You know who was Cody Bellinger? Right. Cody Bellinger got nobody hit the dollar amount they were expected to of his clients.
And the length of contracts was short.
Yes. Yeah, no.
609-403-0973 is the text board. A few more minutes if you want to be eligible to win a pair of tickets to opening day this Thursday at the Citizens Bank Park. 609-403-0973. You got to put your name and who do you think will be the lower seed moving on Monday, continue to dance in the tournament. 609-403.
The underdog. Who's your biggest underdog?
Who's the biggest underdog?
Essentially, who will be the lowest remaining seed after today's games heading into Monday?
609-403-0973. Now, we have Tommy Green starting next week. On the mound with Tommy Green, back for a third season here in the locker room with Billy Schweim. Brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City. We're looking forward to that. So now, Danny, I want to ask you, how many wins did the Phillies get this year?
Well, their line is set at 90.5. Do you agree with that, Billy? Think that's too low or too high?
I actually think that's right where I have.
Really?
Well, because I'm going to say they're going to win 93 games this year. They won 90 last year.
So it's low.
So it's a little low. Yeah.
A little low. I agree.
Little low.
I can
Not
see.
a lot low. I
think
say they win 93 games this year.
Yeah.
What did they win 90 last year, right?
Yeah. See, I think it's a little low, but at the same time, with most over and unders, they typically, I feel like, range a little bit lower because they want to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
I do think I can see the Phillies. I was going to say 94.
So you say, all right, so you say, I say 93. You say 94 wins?
Yeah, anywhere in that 93 to 96.
What do you say, Danny?
Not much different. Give me 95 for the Phils.
Oh, so you go 95.
Because I think they're definitely going to make a strong push to win
the division with 95.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think they're definitely going to try and make a strong push to win the division, and you can't even smell winning the division without at least 95 wins. At least.
The Braves have 100 wins last year.
Yeah, so that's going to be the bare minimum.
What did they have? What did they finish with? 104 last year, I believe it was, right?
Something.
104, 103?
104 sounds right, but
Andrew's on it.
And you don't think Chris Sale's like I'm worried about that.
104, yep.
Yeah, 104.
We'll see. I mean, the Chris Sale thing is a low risk, high reward.
See, guys, I don't need a computer. It's all up in my head.
No, no, it's on the newspaper you read every
That's right.
day.
I retain it. I comprehend it.
Yeah. Unlike me.
Stays right up in here.
So we got too much to look at.
Yeah, I've got Google for that.
Too many numbers going on.
Yeah, see, unlike you, we know how to operate clickers and YouTube TV and how to, put multiple games on at once. You'll be struggling with that today, so we got to remember all that.
So I don't see the Braves repeating 104. I don't think they repeat 104 wins. Matter of fact, I think Sale's a good addition to their pitching staff, but I don't think Morton is going to have the year that he had last year. I don't think who's the other guy? Who's their second number?
Max Fried.
I don't think he has a good year. Strider will, because I think Strider's an ace.
I tend to disagree with that. I think Fried's going to have a bounce back season because he was beat up a lot of last year. Morton, who knows what you're going to get from him?
He didn't pitch well when he was with us.
Yeah, but he also only pitched like a few games after tearing something in his knee.
Right.
Morton's a seasoned vet. Obviously, Sale's a seasoned vet, but younger than Morton.
You don't like Sale? You think he's a bust?
No, I don't think he's a bust. It's just he hasn't been able to stay healthy. He's got a lot of health issues, and if you can take about 2 or 3 miles per hour off his fastball and lower that pressure you're putting on his arm, on his elbow, then maybe you can keep him healthy for 20 plus starts
do you
this
think
year.
the Phillies win the division at 95 wins?
It's going to be super tight.
No,
it's going to be tight.
No, I don't think they do. I think they have to smell. I think they have to touch around that area for wins in order to even think about it.
Andrew, look up what was the season. I'm going to say off the top of my head, they probably played 14 games last year, the Braves and the Phillies. I'm going to say the Braves were 9-6, or no, a little bit less than that, maybe 10 and.
They were
10 and
the
4.
Phillies. The Braves went 8-5.
8-5.
Yeah.
So
it's actually not that. That's
like
pretty
they
close.
dominated us. You know what I mean?
No, it's only 2 games away from 3 games away from 500.
Here's their starting rotation: Spencer Strider, Max Fried, Charlie Morton, Chris Sale, Ronaldo Lopez. So they signed Ronaldo Lopez from the White Sox this offseason. He can be used as a starter. He's been used in some long relief before, kind of in between. But we'll see if he makes the rotation better. MLB apparently thinks they have the best rotation in baseball.
Is Kirkering going to be the closer? Is going to be closer by bullpen?
It's going to be committee. I think it's going to be committee. I was talking about this last night too. What about Jeff Hoffman? Would you like him in the closer role? I feel like
he had a good year last year, but is he a closer? I don't think so.
Every good reliever, or let me say it this way, every reliever who had a good season last year, I feel like should get at least one shot at the closer role. If you're going to go by committee, then give about 4 guys a chance. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. I think this group should get a chance at closer.
Alvarado should be like
Alvarado.
But I think Alvarado's. See,
but
remember,
you don't know though.
All right,
you know what I mean. Like,
go ahead. Let me.
No, I don't mean to.
No,
shoot
because
you
I was
down.
just going to say, like Robbie Thompson will. You just said bullpen by committee or closer by committee.
Yes.
I think I think if they need Alvarado to come in at 7th and shut that team down, like if just hypothetically, if the Braves have their 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4 coming up in that inning, he's going to put their best his best pitch.
Yeah,
Alvarado might be too good to wait to close the game,
right?
But he should get a shot. I think
could be a situational thing, but who knows? If they have no success with Sir Anthony, Hoffman, Kirkering in the close role, he might have to go on over to Alvarado.
That's true.
So I think those 4 guys should probably get.
Connor Brogdon going to make the team? He'll make the team?
I doubt it.
Did
he already get sent down?
Did he get sent down, Brogdon? Because Brogdon's got that good changeup, but it just is.
This is probably his last chance at really making a major league club too.
Inconsistent, but he does have Brogdon.
No, he's still on the squad.
He's still. I don't know.
See,
I mean, I liked him, but he's just not consistent.
So Todd Zalecki tweeted 2 hours ago: if Taijuan Walker opens on the IL and Spencer Turnbull takes his place in the rotation, Luis Ortiz, Junior Marte, and Connor Brogdon would take the final 3 bullpen.
And we got Soto, right?
Yeah, he looked bad in his last outing, but he's been looking good this spring so far. Yep.
He's another question mark.
He is. He was a closer in Detroit.
But I think this bullpen's better going into this season.
I think he should get a shot too, honestly.
I think our bullpen is
Make
better.
That 5 guys.
Okay.
Add Soto to that
guys.
list. Yeah, 5
Sounds
guys.
good.
I think our bullpen is better going into this season than it was the last couple of seasons. How about that?
How, though? They got worse.
You think?
They lost Kimbrel. They didn't add anybody.
Honestly, addition by
now all of a sudden,
subtraction.
Kimbrel's a big loss.
You can say Kimbrel didn't show up in the postseason for us, and that's true. And he was bad in the
He did have a
postseason.
good regular season. He was dominant.
I'm not going to say terrific, but he was very good in the regular season.
Yeah, he was.
About a 3.3
He was an
ERA.
all-star.
He had about 20 straight saves. He was our solidified closer for a while, and that's why Thompson went to him in those type of situations. So you say what you want about him in the postseason. He choked. I get it. he also clearly didn't have it the night before, and it was Rob Thompson's decision to double down and go to a guy who couldn't even hit water if he fell out of a boat. I'll use the Tobias reference again. And it backfired on him. Shocker. So, I honestly blame Rob Thompson for the downfall of Craig Kimbrell in Philadelphia more than I do Craig Kimbrell.
All right, so I got 93 wins. Andrew has 94, and Danny has 95 wins.
Yeah, right in order. 93, 94, 95.
Looking forward to next week on the mound with Tommy Green. You don't want to miss that. We'll have him back for the whole entire season this year again. Brought to you by Blitz's Market. I want to remind people, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Somers Point. When you go down there, tell them, hey, you just heard them talking about you on the radio. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events that seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, and Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Here's my top 10 quarterbacks going into the 2024 season. Patrick Mahomes, number one. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. That's the list. What? No room for Jalen Hurts at the end. I'm sorry. No room. Context matters, okay? Just because he was in a Super Bowl 2 years ago, just because he was in the MVP conversation, doesn't mean that he's a top 10 quarterback going into next season. I can't unsee. Hold on, let me finish. I can't unsee what I got in 2023, which was a quarterback that turned the ball over 20 times.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN. South Jersey's sports leader.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that's all any place. Randazzo's Pizza, it's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest.
What you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. Check your crawl space, basement, and again your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Winning means keeping our community safe.
I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Champion Exteriors, Champion, the one you call first. Voted best of the best in Jersey Shores. For roofing and siding, windows and doors. 24-month financing, no payments, no interest. You're certified GAF elite contractors. Champion-exteriors.com. Champion Exteriors, Champion, the one you call first.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Back broadcasting live. Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, our Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds. Good show today, fellas. We didn't talk any Birds football, but I mean,
Yeah, not much news.
Are they going to trade Hassan Reddick?
Seems likely at this point. I see the Falcons are linked to him. I mean,
Also the Cardinals.
yeah, I'd hate to see him go, but I mean,
You know why the Cardinals are linked to him, right?
Why?
Think.
Well, he was
boom,
he was
boom,
already there.
fireworks, explosion.
Who was already there?
He already played for the Cardinals, did he? Reddick.
Yeah, I think he
Oh,
did
I think
once.
he did.
I think he did
Yeah.
once. Did he play for the Panthers?
Yeah,
What did we
the
get him from the
Panthers.
Panthers?
With the Cardinals,
That's not why, though.
That's
not
not
why.
what Danny's saying, though.
Say your hint again.
I said boom, boom, explosions, fireworks.
What's that? I don't get it.
Shoom, 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 shoom. Come on, Billy.
You don't remember this video?
Come on, come on.
You don't remember the video? of
Explosives. That's you.
Explosives.
Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, recently hired
The
Cardinals
cornball
head
of the
coach.
year. Yes. He has ties to
Played
Hassan
well
Reddick.
under him.
Yeah, you can't say
Played
he
well
didn't.
for him.
Yeah, played pretty well last year until we started using him as a coverage linebacker.
I know there's a lot of
Yeah.
basketball on today, but I'm going to be glued into that Flyers game.
I am too, man.
I'm psyched for the
I
Flyers.
As
am
long
too.
as it's a good game.
I've
Yeah.
never liked hockey, man. And this team is
Look at
just
you, Danny.
I was glued to the screen in that third period. I'm like yelling at the screen once whoever I forget the guy's name that was getting chippy with one of our players at the end after
Marchand?
regulation. Yeah, Marchand. I'm like screaming at my TV, "Oh, you're a sore loser!" Blah blah.
Yeah.
I could if you would ask me last year what the Flyers' record was. Do you care about Flyers hockey? I'd be like, who? What team?
Yeah,
They in
because
Philadelphia?
this team really personified. Like I'm a guy. I love the Flyers growing up, and I kind of
Right.
fell out of love with hockey and the
Yeah.
Flyers because
They were
none of
they
those
were
teams
horrible.
really identify. Even when they were good and made the playoffs, they
Right.
weren't like a gritty Flyers
Right,
hockey team
right,
like they
right,
were with
right.
Mike Richards, Simone Gagne, all those
Danny
guys
Briere.
Dave Briere, all the
Right.
guys I grew up with. Where this team is the most connected I felt to a Flyers team, even though
And
I
that's
love
what
Giroux.
Jonesy said 2 weeks ago. We had him on a show.
That's why it's so important that Briere's the GM and Jonesy is the president because they just know what it takes to
Yeah.
bring winning Flyers hockey to the city of Philadelphia because they've experienced it. They've been a part of it, especially Danny Briere. Like what Andrew just mentioned, he was a part of those gritty, chippy Flyers
Yeah,
teams that would
yeah.
give it their all every single night. And what better head coach? I know I ripped him a lot today. What better head coach than John Tortorella to motivate his guys? Because the fact of the matter is, this is the perfect team for him.
I get it.
This team had no
Yeah.
expectations. They're young. They can take orders. They're not like a bunch of
And
33-year-old
their egos
vets.
don't get bruised.
Exactly.
Especially if Couturier.
Now,
I mean, some people say that he ruined Couturier. I mean, if the ends justify the means, it worked.
now in a few years, this act might get old from the players
Right,
once they get a little
exactly.
bit more
It will,
mature
it
and
will, it
they understand how talented they are. But
Right.
we'll see when that clicks in. But for now, it's perfect for him, and I'm excited for their future. Obviously, was it 4 wins in the next 2 years?
Yeah. All right.
This
For the
team's
Phillies
good.
tickets, I will be in touch with the person that we pick.
Okay.
we'll
I do have a
have-
few more I need to read out real quick.
Read them quick.
Okay, so we got Mark from Delaware says number 12 JMU will not only win, but they will convincingly beat number 4 most hated Duke.
Wow.
A lot of people down on Duke today. I like JMU a lot as well. That's about it for today.
I will read the. I will call the winner that we pick on the phone. Maybe I'll get Josh Hennick to read the. Read the winner on.
That'll be a
his show on
Josh job
game
tomorrow.
day.
Game night.
Game night. Excuse me. Game night with Josh Hennick. I'll get him to read the winner, and then I'll also give that person a call. All right.
Yeah, great
Got a lot
tournament.
of entries. People want to go to the Phillies.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I would.
Where are all these
Figure
texts?
it
We're
out.
not giving away free Phillies tickets, huh? Come on, guys. Come on.
All right. Great show today. Danny, thanks. You made it in. You did it. You made it through.
Skin of my teeth.
All right.
We had the show, though.
Intern Andrew Leeds, great job today as always.
Thank you, Billy.
We'll be back at it next week. We get the Phillies, the Flyers, Sixers, March Madness. We got it all.
On the Mound with Tommy Green, starting next Sunday.
Right here.
Be there.
All right. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday.
Because
nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you next week.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
To celebrate the new Quick Draw Progressive from the New Jersey Lottery, give it up for